So we just got a huge announcement from Marvel, giving us a big portion of the cast for Avengers Doomsday. And I think it's an understatement to say that we're all pretty excited. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is The Hero, and today I wanted to rank the cast announcement for Avengers Doomsday, because I feel like a lot of these we were super excited about, while others we were probably like, eh. So I'm going to go through all 27 of the cast announcements that they've released so far, because we did hear there might be more, and rank them from S tier all the way down to D tier. These are just my opinion, so let me know down in the comments what your guys' opinion and your ranking is, and let's jump into it. All right, so the first one on the list is going to be Vanessa Kirby, who's actually playing Invisible Woman. I kind of felt like this was already going to happen. Fantastic Four literally is going to lead into Doomsday, so I kind of already imagined that the Fantastic Four would show up, but it's still pretty cool in my opinion. But because her announcement was actually kind of expected, it was kind of like, so I'm going to throw her up in B tier. I'm still excited it's happening, but it wasn't like over the top, like, oh my gosh, they're showing up in this movie. It's kind of already like foreshadowed. Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. Now, I will say this is one of the most controversial like castings I think we've all had. There's been so many people that are on the fence line of like, oh, this is one of the best castings of all time. And then there's people that are like, why? I mean, it's Robert Downey Jr., guys. Although this one was already expected because we got the announcement like almost a year ago, I'm still going to throw this one up in A tier. It's not S tier for me. It's still such a good casting to me. And I think it's going to pay off for a lot of people, and a lot of people's opinions are going to change when this movie comes out. Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic coming back for Doomsday. Again, already expected, so I wasn't like, oh, yay. Still pretty cool, you know? So I feel like a lot of the Fantastic Four are just going to go up in B tier for me, so that's where I'm going to place him as well, just because it's still exciting that they're showing up again, and like they're going to be a part of this like crazy adventure of X-Men versus Avengers versus Fantastic Four potentially, which is pretty cool, so I'm still going to throw them up in the B tier. Channing Tatum as Gambit. I wanted it for so long, and then when it finally happened, I was like, I'm happy, but not. I'm so used to like X-Men 97's Gambit and like the old cartoon Gambits, and they all have this certain feel and vibe and the way they speak, I guess, and his voice just wasn't amazing to me, but for the love that he has for the character and what he wants to do with it in the future, I am so happy for the guy. So having him come back, even though expected because of the post-credit scene in Deadpool and Wolverine, I think this was an A announcement. A tier, because I think this was one of the ones that I seen the most hype from people that were like live streaming as well. James Marsden as OG Cyclops, bro. You guys know that the first X-Men movie was 25 years ago. So having James Marsden come back, even though he lied in almost every Sonic interview ever, this was S tier for me. All right. This was my boy growing up. When I watched the X-Men movies with my brothers and we picked characters that we really liked, I picked him just because he was the leader and he had the hot chick, right? Like, let's be honest, bro. And he shoots lasers out of his eyes, bro. He's one of the coolest characters ever. And then just cemented it even more going back and watching the cartoons and watching X-Men 97. Like, Cyclops is my guy. And having James Marsden come back, bro, that's pretty cool. Even if we only get like a split second scene with him, you know? Rebecca Romijn, I think is her last name, as Mystique. This was always my favorite Mystique. Like, Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique just wasn't it for me. I think they made her too good. I love this version of Mystique from the original X-Men movies. Rebecca plays her so good. Like, it's insanely good. So having her come back was a huge surprise. Even if it is only for like a one battle scene, I think this was a pretty good announcement. So this one is also going to be S tier for me, because totally unexpected. That's freaking God tier right there. As well as this next one, Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler. Bro, what? You're bringing the Nightcrawler back into this movie? Oh my gosh, bro. Yes, S tier announcement, God tier announcement right there. This one was another one that was highly unexpected. Like, no one knew Nightcrawler out of all of the X-Men was coming back. Ian McKellen as Magneto. Fear Magneto. Can you tell I play Marvel Rivals too much? I kind of figured he would eventually show up in the MCU. I'm excited to see Magneto and Professor X back together in a movie. Like, that's gonna be so good. Even if this isn't our new X-Men, you know, like coming in and being the new X-Men of the MCU, I think just even for this one movie is gonna be freaking dope to see them reprise their roles. So this one, I won't say it's like an S tier for me. I will put him in A tier because I was excited about this one, probably more than a lot of the people that were announced. So I have to put him in A tier. Tom Hiddleston as Loki. Oh, I got so hyped for this one because I literally thought this character was, done after Loki season 2. I know Tom Hiddleston has said multiple times he would come back. This blew my mind when they were like, yep, Loki's back, as well with his brother Thor. The sun is going to shine on them again. Yes, 100%. This was an S tier announcement for me. I just was not expecting Loki coming back, and Tom Hiddleston and Loki's like journey from like a villain, anti-villain, anti-hero into what he is now it's insane. And I can only imagine they're going to come to him for advice, because he's like the god of stories or time or something like that now. Like, come on, dude. Patrick Stewart as Professor X, although a really cool announcement, because he's already come back before, I wasn't as excited. Like I was excited, but you know what I mean? It wasn't like the mind blown, like, oh my gosh, he's back. It was kind of expected. I kind of felt like he was going to come back again. So I'm actually going to throw him down and see. Waiting 30 minutes for an announcement and a name on a seat. And I was like, yeah, kind of makes sense. Ghost, I don't know, man. I'm surprised she's even still a thing. I was talking to my brother as these announcements were happening, and I'm like, Ghost from Thunderbolts, how is she getting even more role? Like, how is this character still a thing? I thought she was going to be a one and done character, but here we are still showing up in more movies and having bigger roles. So good for her. But I'm not going to lie, this was a D announcement for me. And I think it's partly because it kind of spoils Thunderbolts. Like it got me intrigued to see where Thunderbolts goes now, because it seems like all the Thunderbolts are back. It's not really much of a surprise at this point, and she's the least of all of them that I really care about. Next up, Red Guardian from Thunderbolts as well. I love this character. I was telling my brother, I'm so glad he's got more of a role, because David Harbour has been insane with this character. His announcement, although again expected, I'm gonna throw him up and C just because I like the character a lot more than Ghost. But again, not very surprising. I was kind of like, all right, I guess they're all surviving. Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch, Johnny Storm, bro. Not surprising, so I'm going to throw him up just because he's Fantastic Four in the B category. I feel like all the Fantastic Four is going to go there, just because we already know they were going to show up. They're not going to do a one movie and then kill them off, So not surprising, but exciting. Danny Ramirez as Falcon. Now this one, I watched Captain America Brave World. He was freaking dope in that. With that, I will throw him up in C tier because I was surprised, but we've only seen him really one time. Winston Duke as M'Baku, dude. Got me so freaking hyped. This is an S tier announcement. Obviously, Wakanda's going to be needed with all their technology and stuff. Lewis Pullman for Sentry. This one kind of blew my mind a little bit because I'm like, again, it spoiled Thunderbolts. I'm like, how is Sentry still a thing? So I'm assuming in this movie they're gonna fight Sentry and realize he's actually good. They're all gonna team up against a secret big baddie in Thunderbolts that we don't know about, and they're all gonna obviously win. So again, not super surprising, but I'm excited for Sentry to even be a thing in the first place. So I'm gonna go throw him up in C as well. Nah, I'm gonna throw up in B because I'm just more excited to see Sentry more, and I hope Lewis Pullman does amazing with the character. Kelsey Grammer coming back as the Beast. Yes, I'm super excited that we're getting this version of Beast. He's the guy, and he has the voice. He has that classic Beast voice that we all love. So this one, I'm gonna throw up in an A tier announcement because I was not expecting him to come back so soon in Doomsday. So Shuri as Black Panther, Lakita. I am wondering if they're going to introduce like a multiverse T'Challa, because again, there's a lot of rumors going around if they're going to recast T'Challa, because a lot of people didn't really take to her version of Black Panther. I thought she did all right. I was excited that she's coming back for sure. I'm going to put it as C announcement. It's kind of expected that Black Panther's going to show up. U.S. Agent John Walker, Wyatt Russell. Not very surprising after they started announcing people, because I was just like, okay, well, I guess all the Thunderbolts live. So I'm gonna throw him up in C because again, I did enjoy that he's coming back, and I'm interested to see how the Thunderbolts will play in this. Like, what side will they be on? Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. I'm just excited that Paul Rudd's still a thing. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I love Ant-Man, and I love that he's still showing up in the MCU project. But this one I was kind of expecting, but I still got hyped for it. Having his little chair just added the little cherry on top for me. So I'm going to throw him as an A tier announcement. A for Ant-Man. Chris Hemsworth coming back as Thor got me super stoked, but it got me more stoked when I seen Tom Hiddleston coming back as Loki. I want to see Thor's reaction to seeing Loki become who he has became, like his hero journey, man. Most people will probably have this as a low ranking. I'm actually going to put this as an S tier simply for the reason of Loki and Thor coming back together. Anthony Mackie coming back as Captain America was announced. Obviously, we need a Cap when we have an Avenger movie. Kind of was expecting it though. So I'm going to throw this as a C announcement just because we obviously knew he was going to lead the Avengers. Florence Pugh as Yelena. Again, not very surprising. I mean, it's cool and all, but I'm also going to throw her down in C category. The Thing. Ebon coming back as The Thing. Again, we kind of already knew that was going to happen. So again, he's going to belong in B category, B tier. Henok as Namor. This one blew my freaking mind, bro. He better have squid turrets and he better be throwing whales in this movie is all I'm saying. I thought this character was gone after Wakanda Forever just because I feel like Wakanda Forever, a lot of people didn't watch. They didn't really care. So this one, A tier announcement, because this one got me a lot more happy than I thought. Simu coming back as Shang-Chi, baby. Ooh, this one, S tier. I've been waiting for this character to come back. Where have you been, Marvel? Thank you so much. This is one of the best characters of all time, and he's back. S tier, God tier casting. Simu, let's go, baby. And then the final one, Sebastian Stan coming back as Winter Soldier. Again, kind of already expected because of Thunderbolts. Plus, he showed up in Brave World. Sebastian Stan's amazing. Everyone loves him. Winter Soldier has changed so much since he was first introduced. I'm going to go ahead and put this as a B tier just because, again, we already knew it was happening, but it's still exciting. And there you guys have it. There is my ranking and my tier list of the best Avengers Doomsday cast announcements. What is your guys' thoughts? Let me know down in the comments below. Who is your favorite and which one were you the most unexpected of being announced? Let me know all that down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this ranking, check out this video right here because there's more rankings right there, as well as a whole playlist. So if you enjoyed this one, you'll probably enjoy that one. And with that, I will see you guys over there. Bye-bye.